Canada has rejected the request of a former Sars member, Olushola Popola, seeking asylum in the North American country. The Immigration Division of the Immigration and Refugee Board in Canada rejected Popola's application because he was a member of the defunct unit of the Nigerian police force between 2002 and 2015. Popola left Nigeria in 2016 for the US before he traveled to Canada, where he claimed refugee status. His claim was, however, suspended while his case was referred to the Immigration Division for a determination of his inadmissibility. According to the Canadian Immigration Department, Popola was subsequently found inadmissible pursuant to Section 35(1)(IA) of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, Section 2001, C-27, the Act, because the Nigerian police force and the SARS in particular have committed crimes against humanity from 2002 to 2015, including corruption and impunity as well as extrajudicial killings. Popola later approached the Federal Court of Canada to seek judicial reviews of his determination of inadmissibility, arguing that he had resigned in 2011 but the force did not accept his resignation, hence he continued till 2015. But the presiding judge, Sebastian Gramond, on the 8th of April 2021 dismissed the application for judicial review while upholding the decision of the Immigration Division. Gramond also said Popola resigned for personal reasons, not because he learned of human rights abuses. Wow, I mean, Canada, give it to them. I am dismissing his application because the decision maker reasonably assessed the relevant factors for deciding whether Mr. Popola made a knowing and significant contribution to the crimes committed by the Nigerian police force, the judge ruled. In October 2020, which marked the 60th anniversary of Nigeria's independence, tens of thousands of people gathered in protest against the country's corruption and police brutality. With young people at the helm, they also called for the abolition of the Nigerian Special Anti-Robbery Squad, known as SARS, which they accused of making unlawful arrests and engaging in harassment, theft, extortion, rape, torture, and murder. The police authorities later disbanded SARS and announced the formation of the Special Weapons and Tactics Team to replace the defunct police unit, but human rights abuses cannot be said to have been stopped. See, this is the problem. This is the absolute problem. So it's like people that are working with the Nigerian police force, you see that when people are protesting for a better government, they're doing it on your behalf. The person you're working for does not have a good reputation, and as a result of that, your reputation around the world is obviously, and you want to come for refugee status when the whole point of being a refugee is that the main theme or the main drive for being a refugee is that your human rights basically have been stripped away. But then it's now contradictory, as you have worked with an organization that has been known to allegedly, and obviously with proof as well, taken human rights away and never abided by it, because they've extorted, they've committed murder, done extrajudicial killings. So it's like, what do you expect? And of course, with Canada, they do not want such affiliation. Again, at the end of the day, with the way it works, it's guilty and there's guilty by association. Imagine if Canada did that. Oh, wow. Imagine. I mean, yes, he didn't necessarily work for SARS in the height of the protest, but that name is not even... It doesn't signify anything, especially for the fact that it was then replaced with SWAT, which does not even make sense because it's technically the same thing. Well, let's see what the comments here say. First person says, good for them. They wouldn't allow him to, quote, pollute their well-structured security system. No security man in Nigeria or Africa can relocate and apply for similar job in developed countries unless they'll pollute their system with corruption because it's in the blood from Nigeria. Somebody says, does it mean that Canada is wiser than UK than US? wiser than UK and US. This Otondo that said that they found no evidence about SARS. May God bless Canada. That is very true. I think it was in the US. They said they never found any evidence of human right breaches that SARS committed. So yeah, and please, someone says if you are in any Nigerian security outfit, resign now because Nigeria will reject you and the world will reject you too. Only Britain will accept you, and Britain would soon be on their own after the exit of Scotland and those other countries in it. That means at the end, you may end up useless and cursed in life. Resign now for your life. Children and future is not worth it. Stop defending the British Fulani Janjaweed in Nigeria. Okay, someone says they're now looking for a safe haven after wrecking many families in this country. Again, even if when people are angry and talking about SARS, and obviously it's in relation to this man, but it's a whole collection. So we're looking at it on a macro level, not on a micro level, and it's more of a a national issue rather than personal. So again, one might say, why are you attacking this person, but your reputation is gone because of the organization that you work for. Unfortunately, that is how it is, and no one will want to associate. Doesn't mean that the person's life is over. It's sort of the society that kind of decides that. The society decides whether the person would be able to be, reused back in the society. But we leave that to wherever the person goes. But as long as you're in Nigeria, just look for something else to do. Someone says they should arrest him for his fake request. How do you know his request is fake? Someone says they should hand him over to ESN for evangelism. I mean, evil that men do, live with them. This is good. Thank you, Canadians. And also, you die brutally in Nigeria. Time is ticking. Exactly. So again, I think it speaks well of Canada because, again, you can't apply for a refugee status when you've worked for an organization that practices anything that is against human rights and all that. So yeah, I think that it's unfortunate, but it's a good decision. I think it's a good decision that the judge made because, again, on what basis? It's not worth it, and it's their country. So again, it's like if that's what they decide to do and they understand their system and security system and it's their decision, it's their country and they've made a decision, and Nigerians are happy and they agree with it. So yeah, put what I think in the comment section below and do not forget to like and subscribe.